Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, the Democratic Alliance is holding its 6th Federal Council in Port Elizabeth, where a new leader will be elected as well as other leading positions. A total of 21 nominations have been received for the 7 positions. Now, let's cross to Port Elizabeth, where Eastern Cape SABC News TV assignments editor Thami Dickson to find out what we can expect. Thami, a very good morning to you. What can we expect in Port Elizabeth today?
Well, good morning, Lebo. Welcome to Port Elizabeth. This is the site of the DA Congress. Indeed, a watershed elective Congress of the Democratic Alliance. Never has it ever happened that the DA stands on such a historical moment where it is about to release its new black leader. Remember that the 2 contestants for this position are 2 black leaders, and everybody is watching as to what is going to happen. But whoever wins this race here certainly will take the DA to another level. The excitement is building up here in Port Elizabeth. We've seen the members of the organizing team. They've already arrived, setting up things, making sure that when the delegates arrive just after 7 o'clock for the registration, everything will be ready. Remember that the Congress is set to get underway just after 9 o'clock for the plenary session. This is where we're going to get the layout in terms of the plan for the day, in terms of what is going to be discussed, the resolutions, the changes to the constitution, and as well as the rules for the leadership contest that is going to happen. And all of that is likely to happen just on the plenary session after 9 o'clock. But the excitement is indeed building up. We've seen this actually building up over the last 2 weeks already, since Umama Helen Zille announced that she would not be contesting for this position, and since then a fierce and very interesting contest and campaign ensued. And now we've seen, in fact, as part of that as well, that the DA has scored a very impressive victories at the University of Fort Hare here in the Eastern Cape, which actually strengthened the build-up and created a lot of interest around the DA Congress here. And so we're expecting that a lot of DA members throughout the country will be watching out very closely what's going to happen here. And the young people especially, we've seen a couple of them arriving yesterday already, and there's a huge interest in terms of the outcomes of this DA Congress. Lebo?
How much of an impact will the debate that the 2 candidates had during the week, an impact on what the decisions that the members of the party will make today?
That's a very interesting question, but my view is this. I think that this race is really a foregone conclusion. I don't think the debate has had any impact in terms of the choices that the members of the Democratic Alliance are going to make with regards to their choice of a leader. I think this has been concluded way before the debate itself. I mean, you remember you've got 2 contestants. One is young. Is seen as somebody who's very capable of energizing the market that the DA is actually desperate for, which is the black market and the young people. And just on that score, I think many people believe that Musima Imane is really going to take it, and is not going to take it lightly. It's going to be a landslide. And so some others are saying, well, Wilmore James, yes, he represents really the older generation of the party, and therefore the debate, yes, in terms of the content, he did show that he represents really the generation that still holds the content of the organization in terms of its liberal values. But in terms of what the DA wants to do from now going forward, which is to get and to make inroads into the black communities, Musima Imane really stands a better chance of actually doing that. Lebo?
I mean, we expect the registration process to start sometime this morning. Have we any idea what time that is?
The registration should have started at 6:30, but I think it's running a little bit late, even though we do see some members trickling in right now. I'm sure that the tables are ready for them to really do that as they come in. But I think it's going to pick up some steam just after 7 o'clock and around 8 o'clock, so that they start the plenary session right on time at about 9:30, so that you remember this thing is going to be live on television channels as well, so they have to be mindful of those times. So we expect that things should start on time. Like I said, I mean, all leaders are here. They have arrived yesterday, some others even earlier than that. We've seen them meeting at the Federal Council yesterday, so I don't think there shouldn't be any delays in terms of ensuring that the conference starts on time.
Now, the other interesting position that the members need to vote for is that of the chairperson, which Athol Trollip is contesting. How important is that? How much do we know about the guy that he's going against? Because from what I've heard all week, Athol Trollip is looking to replace Walmer James, but who's he going against? How important is this position of chairperson?
Well, it's quite very important, actually. I mean, the party leader is the face of the party, obviously, and then the DA, or rather the federal chairperson, then is somebody who really looks after the implementation of all the resolutions and the plans for the party. Is the one who chairs the meetings and so on. So it's quite key. He's more like the chairperson of the organization, so it's quite very central. And indeed, I mean, he goes up against Mahashule and as well as Mngasela from the Western Cape, and even on that race as well. I mean, you have people saying that Athol Trollip stands a better chance to actually take that contest. And remember that Athol Trollip, he has aligned himself with Mmusi Maimane as the party leader, creating what we know from the ANC campaigns as a slate. So they are now on the same side, Mmusi Maimane and Athol Trollip. And so when they go around to campaign, the people who will be voting for Mmusi Maimane will obviously be voting for Athol Trollip as well, so that they then produce the same slate and the same kind of leadership. So it's going to be quite interesting to see really the outcome of the elections here.
All right, Thami, thank you so much. We'll chat to you at around 7:10 to give us an update on the Congress that's happening in Port Elizabeth. Now, let's